Don't feed Lee Sin. Lee Sin is an extremely mobile champion who deals mostly physical damage. Lee Sin operates on an energy resource, not a mana resource. His energy rapidly regenerates over time. Lee Sin has two core abilities that can reveal stealthed opponents. Lee Sin's non-ultimate abilities are each combo abilities, meaning they have an initial use, then a different use if cast again in 3 seconds. Since his abilities can be used to form several combos, not just with themselves but with his other abilities, this video will first explain his skill functionality, then several potential combos he can use. Lee Sin's passive is Flurry. Every time Lee Sin uses an ability, his next two normal attacks within 3 seconds gain 50% attack speed and return 15 energy. Due to the energy return, this passive is essential to Lee Sin's ability to rapidly use his abilities over any extended period of time. Though he can use most of his abilities twice in immediate succession, he may pace himself between the second activation to gain more hasted attacks and energy. Pacing his abilities dramatically increases his effectiveness both in the jungle and in a lane. Additionally, Lee Sin may choose to use abilities when attacking towers to gain the haste, even if the abilities do not deal any damage to a target. Lee Sin's first combo ability is Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike. Sonic Wave is a skill shot that deals physical damage to the first target it hits and reveals them, even if they're stealthed in a bush or out of line of sight, for 3 seconds. Sonic Wave can be used to last hit minions at a distance if Lee Sin cannot safely get into melee range. Additionally, it can be excellent for checking bushes for enemies. Sonic Wave can be blocked by spell shields, but it is not affected by Morgana's Black Shield. Resonating Strike is the follow-up ability to Sonic Wave. If Sonic Wave has hit a target, Lee Sin will be able to charge them while they are revealed, dealing physical damage and an additional amount of damage equal to 10% of their missing health. This ability can be used at a very long range, meaning if a target has been hit by Sonic Wave and attempts to flee, they may not be able to get far enough away to avoid Resonating Strike. Because of Resonating Strike, it's best to be careful about your positioning once you've been marked by Sonic Wave. If you can surround yourself by other teammates or a tower, it may discourage Lee Sin from using Resonating Strike. Additionally, if you've been marked, be ready to use any crowd control or strong burst abilities immediately if Lee Sin charges you. Lee Sin's second combo ability is Safeguard and Iron Will. Safeguard causes Lee Sin to dash to a target ally unit, granting both Lee Sin and his target a shield. Unlike Sonic Wave, this is not a skill shot. Aside from helping teammates, Safeguard can be extremely effective at getting Lee Sin out of dangerous situations, especially when combined with wards. If Lee Sin has wards or a Wriggle's Lantern on him, he may have placed one or be ready to place one to charge if there are no other allies in range. Wards placed over the edge of walls in the jungle or in a base make excellent Safeguard targets since they stop players who are chasing. Safeguard can be cast on himself if Lee Sin is looking for the shield or simply using it to activate Iron Will. For 3 seconds after using Safeguard, Lee Sin may use Iron Will on himself. This ability gives him up to 25% lifesteal and spell vamp in addition to an armor bonus. While helpful in combat, Iron Will also gives Lee Sin very strong sustainability. Even after taking very significant damage in a team fight, Lee Sin can quickly recover his health on minions and monsters by activating Safeguard and Iron Will. Combined with lifesteal items, Lee Sin has very little need to return to base except when purchasing items. Lee Sin's third combo ability is Tempest and Cripple. Tempest deals AoE damage to all targets in a medium range, revealing them for 4 seconds. Because of the range of the ability, Tempest makes Lee Sin excellent at bringing enemy champions out of stealth and forcing them to fight on uneven ground. If Tempest has hit at least one enemy, Lee Sin will be able to cast Cripple for 3 seconds. Cripple causes all enemies hit by Tempest to have their movement and attack speed dramatically reduced by 4 seconds. This reduction will recover over the duration, meaning it will be stronger right after it hits than right before it expires. Like Safeguard and Iron Will, Tempest and Cripple help Lee Sin in the jungle and with overall sustainability, due to the AoE damage from Tempest and the reduced incoming damage from Cripple. Lee Sin's ultimate is Dragon's Rage, a roundhouse kick that deals significant physical damage and knocks his target back. Any enemies that the knockback target collides with also take the damage and are knocked up in the air. If the target is killed by the ability, no knockback will occur. Dragon's Rage is very strong for ganking players and preventing them from getting away. Because of the collision mechanic, it is also excellent in teamfights, especially when either the target knocked back or any targets knocked up are using combos or channeled abilities. A well-placed Dragon's Rage that hits multiple enemies can easily turn a teamfight around. Dragon's Rage is also excellent at stopping a group of opponents chasing him or his teammates, especially through the jungle where it may be easier to hit all chasers with a single kick. Finally, Dragon's Rage can be great at getting a range carry out of the back of a fight and forcing them into the main battle. Like other champions with knockbacks, using this ability poorly and knocking an enemy champion away from the team can easily cost his team a kill. Lee Sin should be absolutely sure a kick will kill his target if he uses it without positioning for it first. Lee Sin can very effectively combo his abilities together. Here are some examples of things Lee Sin can do. First, and often the most common in early game, Lee Sin can mark a target with Sonic Wave, charge to them with a Resonating Strike, then immediately charge back out with Safeguard on an allied unit to prevent retaliation. Second, as mentioned, Lee Sin can make use of wards by rapidly placing a ward over a wall and safeguarding to it. Alternatively, he can kill a low health target behind an enemy tower and safeguard back to a ward he's placed nearby to safely get out. Third, Lee Sin may safeguard to a friendly target who is either near an enemy or has no minions between them and the enemy, allowing him to safely Sonic Wave Resonating Strike to the enemy. Fourth, Lee Sin may move in melee range of a target and use Sonic Wave on them, marking them. If they choose to flash away, he can use Resonating Strike to get back on them. Alternatively, Lee Sin may move in melee range of a target, use Sonic Wave to mark them, use Dragon's Rage to knock them back, then use Resonating Strike to move immediately back to them. Fifth, Lee Sin may use Sonic Wave on a target, then immediately use Resonating Strike to charge them, followed up with a rapid Tempest cripple to slow them. While they're slowed, he can move behind them and Dragon's Rage them back towards his team. Alternatively, Lee Sin may safeguard to a target who is already behind the enemy, Sonic Wave them, Dragon's Rage them towards his team or away from their escape, then Resonating Strike to them. This can be even more effective with a stealthed ally that the enemy is not aware of. These are just examples, and Lee Sin is enormously flexible in his options in any given situation. While Lee Sin is very mobile and able to get out of many rough situations, he is ultimately a melee champion who needs to stay in range of fights to have a real contribution. In a 1v1, if a player has both a gap closer and better damage and survivability than Lee Sin, they may be able to kill Lee Sin simply by saving the gap closer until he safeguards to flee. Keeping fights away from walls makes this easier. In team fights, he may be more easily focused if necessary. Chasing Lee Sin can be extraordinarily difficult. If there are softer, easier targets, go for them. Lee Sin is naturally survivable, but he may burn a safeguard to save a teammate, putting himself in a situation he cannot quickly get away from. Try to avoid getting hit by Sonic Wave. However, if you do get hit, wait 3 seconds or until he's used Resonating Strike before using Flash or other escape mechanisms so he cannot immediately get in range of you again. Thanks for watching this Don't Feed. If you want to be alerted to every video I release, subscribe to my channel.